The third WEC round in 2024 has the driver lineup revealed. There will be the same 37 cars from the last races competing at the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, but with some significant changes to the drivers' lineup which I will explain better later. So who are all the drivers competing at the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps in the FIA World Endurance Championship? So let's discover them now. Number 1, LMGT3. There will be 18 cars confirmed for the 6H Spa-Francorchamps round, the same number from the Qatar and Imola races. There will be only 2 changes in the driver lineup, with Rahel Fry returning to the Iron Dames car, replacing Dorian Pun. The young French driver will not be at Spa because she will make her debut at the Formula Regional European. And the other change is Ridimo Miata replacing Kelvin van der Linde in the 78 car because the South African driver will be competing in the Berlin Eprix at Formula E. First, beginning with the Aston Martin teams. The number 27 Heart of Racing kept Ian James, Daniel Mantinelli and Alex Riberas. And the 777 Station Racing will still have Erwin Bastard, Clement Matu and Marco Sorensen. Now it's time to talk about the Team WRT, which will be operating 2 BMW M4 GT3 cars. The Imola winner will have Darren Leung, Sean Jellel and Augusto Farfus. And in the 46, Ahmad El Harthi, Valentino Rossi and Maxime Martin are the drivers. The next one is the Vista AF course with 2 Ferrari 296 GT3 cars. The 54 will have Thomas Floor, Francesco Castellacci and Davide Rigan. And the 55 will still have François Heriot, Simon Mann and Alessio Ravera. Now it's time for United Autosports with 2 McLaren 720S GT3 Evo. The 59 will have James Cottingham, Nicolas Costa and Gregoire Saucy. And the 95 has Josh Cagill, Nico Pino and Marino Sato as the drivers. Now the Lamborghini teams in the LMGT3. The 60 Iron Lynx will have Claudio Schiavone, Matteo Cressoni and Frank Pereira. And the 85 Iron Dames will have Sarah Boive, Rahel Fry returning there replacing Dorian Pun and Michelle Gatting. The next team is Proton Competition with 2 Ford Mustang GT3 cars. The car 77 will still have Ryan Hardwick, Zachary Robichon and Ben Barker. And in the 88, Giorgio Roda, Mikkel Peterson and Dennis Olsen are drivers. So here comes the Acody's ASP team with 2 Lexus RCF GT3 cars. The 78 will still have Arnold Robin and Timur Boguslavski. And the third driver will be different because Ridimo Miata replaces Kelvin van der Linde, who will be at the Berlin Eprix in Formula E. The next team is TF Sport with 2 Corvettes GT3 cars. The 81 will still have Tom Van Rompuy, Rui Andrade and Charlie Eastwood, while the 82 will still have Hiroshi Koizumi, Sebastian Baud and Daniel Juncadella. And finally Porsche teams with Manthey cars. The 91 Manthey EMA will have Yasser Shaheen, Morris Schuring and Richard Leitz. And the 92 Manthey Pure Racing has Alex Malikin, Joel Sturm and Klaus Bachler. Number 2, Hypercar. And finally let's talk about the Hypercar, which is the top class of the FIA World Endurance Championship. There will be 19 cars competing at Spa-Francorchamps, the same number from the Qatar and Imola rounds. And we're gonna have some important changes in the driver lineup with Eduardo Mortera, Jean-Eric Verne, Norman Nato and Stoffel van Dorn not competing due to the Berlin Eprix at Formula E. Now let's check all the drivers. So first of all let's start with the Cadillac Racing operated by Chip Ganassi car number 2. The drivers lineup will still be the same from Imola with Alex Lynn and Earl Bamber. The next team is Porsche Penske Motorsport. The car number 5 will still have Fred Makowiecki, Matt Campbell and Michael Christensen. And the Hypercar Championship leader number 6, Andre Lotterer, Kevin Esther and Lorenz Vantor are the drivers. Now let's talk about Toyota Gazoo Racing. At the Imola winner car number 7, Kamui Kobayashi, Mike Conway and Nick DeVries are the drivers. And at the car 8, Brendan Hartley, Rio Hirakawa and Sebastian Buemi are the drivers. The next team is Isata Fraschini. There will be only a single car number 11 with Antonio Serravalle, Carl Bennett and Jean-Carl Vernet. The next team is the BMW WRT team. First the car number 15. Dries Vanthoor, Marco Wittmann and Rafael Martiello are the drivers there. And in its sister car number 20, René Haast, Robin Frins and Sheldon van der Linde are the drivers. Now let's talk about the Alpine Endurance team. In the car 35, Charles Milesi, Ferdinand Habsburg and Paul Chatten are the drivers in the initial list. But we still don't know yet if Ferdy will be recovered on time to race at Spa after his accident at Aragon in late March. And in the 36, Mathieu Vaxivière, Mick Schumacher and Nicolas Lapierre are the drivers. The next team is Ferrari AF Course. First, beginning with the factory cars. The car 50 will have Antonio Fuoco, Miguel Molina and Nicholas Nielsen. And in its sister car number 51, Alessandro Pierguidi, Antonio Giovinazzi and James Collado are the drivers. And in the customer car, the number 83, Robert Kubica, Robert Schwartzman and Ifeyi are the drivers. The next team is Lamborghini Iron Lynx with a single car number 63. Andrea Caldarelli joins the team replacing Eduardo Mortara, who will be at the Berlin Eprix in Formula E, and joins Daniil Kvyat and Mirko Bortolotti. Now the Peugeot Total Energies. Because of the clash between Formula E and WEC, both cars will have two drivers. In the 93, Mikkel Jensen and Nico Muller are the drivers, while the 94 will have only Loic Duval and Paul Di Resta. It's a shame that Malte Jakobsen, the Peugeot reserve driver, will not have a great opportunity to make his debut at the Hypercar class. And finally the car number 99 Proton competition. In the initial list, Harry Tincknell, Julian Anlauer and Neil Yanni are the drivers. This is an indication that Tincknell will prioritize WEC over IMSA, considering that he's also a Ford Multimatic Motorsports driver in the IMSA GTD Pro class. So these are all the drivers which will be competing at the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps at FIA World Endurance Championship. So who's gonna win this race? Which team are you going to support? So tell below in the comment sections. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose more videos about IMSA and WEC. We see you in the next videos.